Righto guys, here is the final product after 3 days of blood, sweat and tears in the shed. We have finally finished the camping drawer setup in the back of the 80. It looks absolutely awesome. I couldn't imagine it looking this good, but it does. So we're going to show you exactly what we've put in the back of the 80, and then we're going to give you a cost breakdown to tell you exactly how much all this cost. Let's go. Righto guys, as you can see, the setup's looking bloody awesome. As we mentioned just before, we are going to do a cost breakdown, as this was a bit of a budget option that we decided to go with for the car. We just sort of wanted something quick and easy, something easily accessible, and something that we could also change the design to suit our needs. Now, not included in the cost breakdown is Maisie. Obviously she's not for sale, so just keep that in mind. So starting off for the cost breakdown, we have all of the wood that we use. So as you can probably see, the whole system is sitting on a big thick sheet of ply, which is acting as a false floor. We ditched the carpet underneath it, and we're just running that piece of plywood, which is all covered in carpet. Looks a lot nicer anyways than the old carpet that was there. So that plywood plus the other pieces of plywood that we used, like front fascias and stuff that I'll get into in a sec, costed us $150. So that's all the wood that we used in total. It was $150, which is pretty good because this is some pretty thick 19-20 mil ply, which everything is now bolted to and is very solid. It's not going anywhere. Moving on to the next thing is carpet. As you can see, there is a lot of it. We only surprisingly spent $70 on carpet. So some of the things that the King stuff already came with carpet, so we didn't have to buy that. But other stuff like the false floor, the custom fridge surround that we made. We redid the front wing fascias a few times, so we had to rewrap them with our own carpet. And yeah, so only $70 for all the carpet, which is pretty good. All of this stuff as well is from Bunnings, so everything that we bought to do this is from Kings and Bunnings. So very easily accessible stores around Australia, so pretty easy stuff that you can do at home. Now the two 240 volt outlets, so there's one on the left side and then there's one behind me here. They costed $45, also from Bunnings. They're nice and black, so they blend in with the carpet and look very nice. They both will be hooked up, obviously, but yeah, I reckon I like a bit of symmetry, so one on each side looks pretty good. Next is a sheet of steel that we bought. So as you can probably see on our custom fridge surround, this was sort of a cosmetic thing, but now that I look at it, it actually serves a very good purpose. So we have a sheet of steel sitting on top of the fridge right here. This is all bolted in with wood going all the way around it. So this acts now as another sort of flat surface for storage. So instead of just having the bare fridge and, you know, throwing all your crap on top of it, scratching your fridge, potentially breaking it, we've got this big surround on it now. to prevent any scratching or damage from happening to the fridge, which is good, and it looks cool as well. So we only spent $38 on that piece of steel, which is sitting on top, and then obviously the plywood that I mentioned before, which goes all the way around it. Holding the wood together, so all these side pieces and the back piece, they're bolted on with some L brackets. They were only $16. I think we got 4 or 8 of them. So they were pretty cheap from Bunnings as well, obviously. Then we got some paint. So we got a paint can to paint the sheet of steel, which is sitting on top of the fridge. That was only $20. And then I've got here miscellaneous stuff and hardware, about $150. So that's just random screws, bits and bobs that we had to go and get. I can't really think of anything else apart from screws and bolts at the moment. But yeah, there was a fair few times we had to go back and forth from Bunnings to get random stuff that we needed that we didn't have. Right, so now moving on to the actual touring setup stuff. So I'm pretty certain that most of this stuff was on some sort of sale, as all of the King stuff is. So we got a deal on pretty much all of this stuff, which is really good. It's a good thing about Kings, it's really cheap. And it's actually pretty good quality as well. So with our 900mm slim drawer, which is sitting underneath our fridge, we paid $159 for that one there. Acts as a nice little, I guess, height raiser to raise the fridge up. Sits at a really nice height now. It's better than it sitting on the floor. It just would have looked a bit out of place. But yeah, a little bit of storage and to keep the fridge up off the floor. It looks really good. Next, now these two things came as a bundle. They were offering a discount as a bundle, so I chose to go that option. Is the two drawers here behind me. So we got a 900mm standard drawer, and then we've got a kitchen drawer. So these two together in the bundle that they were doing was $397 for the two. The kitchen's pretty good. We will probably modify this later. We might put an induction cooktop in it or something like that. But it's got all your normal accessories. You know, it's got a cutting board. It's got space to put forks and knives. It's got a place to put like a little gas cooktop in here, and it's got like a little fold-out bench as well for you to put the cooktop on when you're cooking. So it's got a heap of storage in it, especially for all the cooking stuff. So that'll all easily fit into that drawer. So you're not having to put, you know, random cups in your big drawer, or, you know, knives and forks in your small drawer, or stuff like that. So everything's gonna have its own place. It's gonna be really good. Now the next thing is the King's Universal Wing Kit. So that's what you can see on the sides. There's one behind me, and then obviously on the other side. Now Kings don't actually make a specific wing kit for the 80. They do for some cars, but they don't for the 80s. So for this, we had to get a universal one. We had to cut all the wood up to the sizes that we needed to make it all fit. Now I do like this because doing it myself, I can get it all really nice and tight. It's a really nice tight fit. There's no gaps, and it looks really good. Now, only thing with the King's front is you'll notice that if you guys do have a King's front kit, that the front fascias come out with a big cutout to put in King's little plastic panel to put in a battery monitor and some rocker switches. Now, we were going to run that on one side. So we originally had it on the side behind me, and then on the other side it was plain, the same as it is there. But things change, and we decided we're not going to run any of the King's electrical gear now. We did buy a whole bunch of stuff. We bought batteries, inverter, charger, all of that to power all of this. And we had their battery monitor sitting in that little plastic piece in the fascia behind me. But since we're not using Kings anymore, nothing else is really going to fit in there apart from some rocker switches. And I just think that's not a real good use of space. So we decided to ditch that and just go plain on either side so that we can add our own stuff later on. Whenever we do the 12 volt or whatever, there's heaps of space to add our own switches, add our own power points, stuff like that. Righto, now jumping on to the fridge. As you guys can see, also a King's fridge. Now this came with a bundle as well with the organising kit you see on the front. So we paid $460 for the pair. So it's actually pretty good quality. Like I say, like every upright fridge is probably all made in the same factory in China. They all come out of the same place. It's just the difference in pricing and I guess maybe a little bit of quality at the end of the day. But yeah, it's a really nice looking fridge. The organizer is going to serve a good purpose as well to carry some random stuff so we don't have stuff laying around. But yeah, it fits in there perfectly. It's obviously designed to fit in between a pair of drawers. Good mounting system as well. We didn't have to make our own mounting system. Has a good one. It's very strong and sturdy, and yeah, so it'll be good to test that out when we get the electrical fit out. It'll be good to see how it goes. And that is pretty much it for the cost breakdown for the drawers in the back. So I'll give you guys a total. The total of all of those things that I've just mentioned comes out to $1,593. Almost under $1,500 for a full rear drawer set out. Now you can obviously get that easily under $1,500. Like you don't need the heaps of plywood that we bought. You don't really need all of the carpet. You don't need the power switches. That's easily, 100, $200 that you could knock off there. And you don't really have to run as many drawers as what we did. Like you don't really need the kitchen drawer. You could have just ran one single big drawer or two big drawers on top of each other. You also don't necessarily need the slim drawer underneath the fridge either, but we just wanted as much storage in the back as possible. But for all of this, for $1,600 is a really good deal, I think. And we've obviously yet to test any of this stuff out yet. But I'll be keen to see how good of quality all this stuff is when we're out camping and how long it lasts, obviously. Righto guys, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let us know down in the comments if you like this sort of content. All of the cheap budget friendly stuff is good to do. It's nice to find cheap stuff and to help you guys out to find stuff, affordable quality stuff, to get the best deal, the best bang for your bucks. You're not having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars just to get out camping and have a nice setup in the back of your car. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the end of the first episode. This is the first of probably another 1 or 2 episodes. Next episode coming out, we will be doing the whole 12-volt system in the back here of the car. We'll be doing that with Chad from Blackie's Auto Electrics. He'll be fitting out the whole electrical side of stuff, and we'll be recording everything again, installing everything, showing you what to do, showing you another cost breakdown, as this whole touring setup in the back here is now a full budget friendly setup. So obviously I said before we decided not to go with Kings anymore, we're going with someone else. I'm not gonna tell you guys who yet, you'll have to wait till the next video to come out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and
We'll see you guys in the next one.